Yes, it's that time of year to start doing the winter cards. Even though it's hot and it's August and I'm in Florida, I still feel like I want to do winter cards, holiday cards that have snow scenes in them. And this is it's really not the first one. I think I did one last month or so. But you can do these cards and give them away. You can do these cards and sell them. You can do these cards and have prints of them made and then sell the prints. There's a lot you can do with these cards, but the best, most important thing you can do, let's see, there's two important things. Number one, you can have fun doing them. That's probably it. And then you can have the joy of giving them to somebody. So give a card to somebody, and whether it's a winter card or a floral arrangement or a smiling face of a child or the smiling face of a gorilla or an animal of some sort, or a fake thing. Maybe you make a fake picture of a fictional character. It's all for fun. So the only thing I want to tell you about is I didn't speak through the whole video that's coming up. I spoke a little bit. So I'll just put some music on here. And thank you for watching, for the nice comments, for subscribing. And I'll try to remember to talk tomorrow. One of these days, by the way, Robin and I are going to the grave of Bob Ross. We painted some rocks yesterday. I don't know if you saw that video, but we painted some rocks. We're going to, or stones, little stones. So we're going to put them on his grave as is a tradition, and thought that would be a fun video to make. But for now, this is the next one, and it's a snowy scene somewhere in my mind. I made it up. All right, let's go. Good morning. I know I said this a month ago, but I have to start doing some winter cards. It's August 12th. Before you know it, it's going to be September, and then we're thinking about the holidays. So there's two reasons, I guess, maybe more than two, but two reasons I can think of right now why you would do a winter card this early. Well, the first thought is that you do it this early because you have how many people on the list of people that you send cards to? If you start thinking about the list of people you want to send cards to, you will probably have more than you realize, unless you are one of those people that has been doing cards like since day one. Like it's always been something you did, right? And then the other reason is if you're doing them to make money, to sell them. And I know some of you do that. So now there's two parts to that. You can sell the original cards, and you can sell prints of the cards. There are many ways to make prints of the cards. And so let's talk about the selling of the cards a little bit. If you're selling the original cards, may I please implore you to put a price tag on them that is high. High by some people's standards. You wouldn't pay $105 for a card at Walgreens, but $105 for a 5x7 card in the year 2024, right now. It seems high, but it's an original card by you. There's nowhere else you can get that on the planet. You're the only person who has it because you created it. And there's no other way to reproduce an original. An original is an original. It's just the way it is. So that's one thing. Please please charge at least $100 for your. I say $105 because that would cover postage. You can give free postage, free delivery. Yeah, don't, and then make sure you sign them on the back or on the front, someplace where people will know that you're the artist. You know why? Because then it's more valuable to those people. I know, for some reason, when God made artists, he made them really good at art, but not really good at finances. I don't know why that is. It seems to be. It's not always the case. And I'm not saying marketing. Marketing is different. Marketing is getting the word out. I'm pretty good at marketing, but I'm really horrible at the money part of it. That's why Robin does the money part. But she's a great artist too. So maybe I'm wrong. But as far as selling the prints, now this is different. As I said, you can have art printed from a local printer. You can have art printed from an online printer, and the one I use is Fine Art America. I do not get paid by Fine Art America to endorse them, just so you know. But I use them because they're easy. All I have to do is upload the art, and then it's there. Now, the other part of this is marketing. A lot of people say, which is the best website to sell your art on? Well, the first thing you want to look for is the one that provides a good quality print. I've shown these before. I've shown these prints before, but I'll show you again while I'm waiting for that to dry. So Fine Art America does a really good job of printing cards. And that's upside down. But these are some of the cards. These are prints from Fine Art America. And these were originally cards, regular cards, like the one I'm painting now. That's the back of them. So they put your name. Can you see the back of that? They put their logo, Fine Art America. Can you see it? And then they put, in this particular one, the title of the piece, which is Skybridge, my name, and then my website. And but the card itself is really beautiful. I am not paid by them to tell you these things, but I'm telling you they're really beautiful. And so, since they are really beautiful, they passed the first test that you should look for when you're looking for somebody to print your cards. The second test is, how much does it cost? Well, the average card, I think, if I remember right, is $4.95. But you put the profit on this, so I think it's $3.95, and I put $1 on every one. That's just me. You can put more than $1. I don't know. You go to the store, people buy cards. $5 is probably reasonable. So there's that. I'm trying to think of what to tell you, and also what to paint at the same time. But anyway, if you use Fine Art America, let me try to talk and not paint. I'm having a hard time doing both. But if you just use Fine Art America, or anyone that you find that is producing a good product, that's the one thing. Make sure the price is a good price. For prints, $5 is a good price. That's what I think I have on mine, $4.95, which gives me a $1 profit per card. Okay. Now, just because you have it on a website doesn't mean people are going to find it. And if people can't find it, they won't buy it. So that's where marketing comes in. Now, that sounds like a scary word because, you know, you think in terms of something complex, but it's really not. If I go to, I don't know. If I talk to a friend in church, let's say, and they have seen let's say, a post I put on Facebook or YouTube or whatever of a piece of art, they will say, "Oh, is that for sale? Are you selling that? I'd like to buy that." And then I say, "Yes." Okay, so now I have just marketed because I have shown them through social media, or maybe there's another way you show them. Maybe you're just putting them on display, or maybe you're at an art show. There's so many different ways to show off your art. Maybe you're at, like the thing Robert and I do, the first Friday art walk. You know, that's a local event in our town where artists display their stuff. So marketing is not, it's a scary word, but it doesn't have to be. Okay? Trying to think how to do that. Be a picture here and talk at the same time. All right, so we have to have some mountains back here. Sorry. I know the pencil on wet is not a good idea, but I forgot to do the pencil earlier. Just make some mountains. There. Just some peaks. It's not an actual mountain range. It's something I'm making up. So the important thing is to get the word out about your art. Tell people. Now, marketing also could mean advertising. Well, it is advertising, no matter how you look at it. But what I mean is paid advertising. I would be really careful about that. If you talk to a newspaper or a radio station or anybody who sells advertising, they are going to brag. They're going to tell you that you advertise with them and you're going to sell whatever it is you have to sell, whether it's a car or a lawn care service or whatever. They're going to tell you those things. Sometimes it's true, but not always. I would say that for art, the best way to market it is to show the art. And I would just use social media. Just hey, here's my newest piece. What do you think of it? All right. So I'm not going to talk too much about this because I'm distracting myself trying to think of what to tell you. But the bottom line is, you can make money with these cards. It doesn't happen automatically, and it doesn't happen just because you have a website or a presence. You have to let people know it's there, so you constantly have to tell people about it. You can print up business cards, and you can, you don't want to inundate people with stuff, but you don't like advertisements, right? So nobody likes advertisements. That's kind of my point. But advertising is essential. I mean, look at every business in this world, and you will see that they're all advertising something. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's paint. Anyway, good luck with what you're doing, please. Please take care of yourselves and do a good job. All right, what I want to do here is I want to remember to keep a lot of white, which is not going to stay white. It's going to become like a very, very light orange. But the trees, see here, trying to think about these mountains. Let's say the mountain is a dark, dark blue. Everything in a winter painting is usually blue, orange, or purple. I know. I didn't say white. Nope. There's hardly any white. It looks like white because of the contrast between the warm and the cool. Try to create some. Now that's a green right there, isn't it? But that's okay. Let's create some of these mountains here. I'm going to cheat and use a little bit of of a darker color from the other set here, just to darken the blue a little bit, make it not so blue. Alright, now what I have to do is I have to do the negative space in the trees. So where the trees are, you want that snow, but you want the trees to be snow covered. So you can't paint the snow, you have to paint around the snow. So I'm just trying to create some the look here of some of these dark areas around the tree. You'll see when I get there, I guess. Just getting the blue and the darks, the dark and the light here. So yeah, marketing and finances, there's two different things, but you're not going to have finances unless you sell stuff. So sometimes, by the way, in my opinion, sometimes these things kind of work themselves out. I've done a lot of business in my life that had nothing to do with art. I've done music and stuff, and sometimes they just work themselves out. Just trying to create these trees here and these mountains in the background. Some of these mountains are very, very distant, so we keep them light. Let me see if I can get a that might be a purple. Let's see what I have here. I have a dirty brush is what I have. There's a blue. Just trying to keep some of these distant mountains so that they're capturing the light on the snow, and the snow is, I know it sounds weird, but the snow is going to be orange, very light orange. I can't seem to find a good purple. There's a good purple right there. That's what I want. A couple of different paints, and I finally found one. Okay. Yeah, I want a very light purple here. Some of these mountains. In the background here. And then the light blue for the trees here. Just try to make them all. So all I'm trying to do is the left side is all shadowed, the right side is all the light. So just make a lot of shaded trees. And the light side is going to be actually an orange. And the left side is going to be actually a blue. So even though these are evergreen trees, they're not green. Not in this painting anyway. Just create a bunch of trees here. I see a bug. I had a bug there, did you see it? Alright, let's get this purple here. This purple mountain majesties. Come on, little gnat. Don't land on my painting. There we go. Alright. Here, just create these very light. And then of course the sun is going to be there. Trying to remember where everything is. The cars are out. The cars are out this morning. It's Monday morning. So yesterday Robin and I painted some rocks that we will be bringing to Bob Ross's gravesite. Bob Ross died in 1995, and I've not ever been to his gravesite. I didn't know Bob Ross personally, but I know a lot of you have talked about him on this channel. So we thought it would be a fun video to go see his gravesite. I think it's a national historic landmark. I think they have designated his gravesite as a landmark. We watched his a documentary that they made about him and his son. His son is named Steve. There we go. It's already starting to look it's already starting to look like a little bit of a winter scene. Yeah, doing the winter cards. It's you don't have to do Santa Claus if you don't want. A lot of people stay away from the Santa Claus idea, and it doesn't have to be that complex. I think some of the most magical winter cards are snow scenes, and I hope I pull one off today. I hope I accomplish that today. Just lots of hints of snow over here. I'll go ahead and put a dark background right back here somewhere. Let's make like a little line of trees in the background that are all defined by their brightness. Just little pieces of darkness, and it's a real play between dark and light. Are any of you interested in learning how to use Procreate? I've used Procreate a lot for my illustrating. I do a lot of work, voluntary work for, like, the church. They want pictures sometimes for different things, and they'll ask me for stuff, and it's really a lot easier to just go ahead and whip it out on a Procreate. Although I've done a lot of cards for them too, physical cards. In fact, I did one yesterday, and they give them away, and I keep wondering if there might be a way to make money for the church with them. Yesterday I was hearing about some of the fundraisers that the church is involved in, and I couldn't help but wonder if I might be able to step in and help with some cards or other paintings. There we go. And then this is going to be the edge of this water here, this frozen pond. Just try to bring all that around. A lot of blues. A lot of the blues. It's really a variety of different blues here, isn't it? Basically, reflections of the trees are upside down trees. Upside down trees. And the cool and the warm come together. We haven't done any warm yet, but we'll get there. And you'll see how that works really well with the winter scenes. Sometimes everything is an accident on art. I think this whole picture today is basically an accident because I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to remember how trees look and trying to do everything backwards in a way, doing all the negative stuff. Like some trees in the background here, some little spikes. I'm using only blue right now. Well, blue and purple. And then over here, these white areas will be orange. In fact, I could probably start doing some of the orange now. Let me just get a few more of these reflected trees here. Let's get some of that purple in here. So these are the left side of these trees over here can be shadowed using some of that purple. Get some of this orange here. Very, very, very light orange. I don't want dirty orange. I want clean orange. Clean. Like a clean machine. That's too red. I want more of a yellow orange. I think that's a yellow. I'm just grabbing from everywhere today. So it's two different sets of paint I'm using. See how dirty that looks? That's because I have a bad habit of not cleaning the paint. Alright, let me clean it. So the two types of paint I'm using are Winsor and Newton and Master's Touch. There, that's a nice yellow right there. That's what I want right over here. Right over here. All around the sun. Peeking over the mountain right there. A nice bright orange, yellow. Now we can add some of that orange to it. Make some of those mountain tops. Go ahead and let the watercolor do its thing. Just kind of want it to spread a little bit. A little bit of purple maybe. For these distant mountains. Alright, let's get some more water in there, lighten it up a little bit. Let me pull it away from there. That's going to be our bright spot right there. And we want it to come down here to all this. So that's going to be the brightest spot. What we want to do now is we want to get some of this orange in here. And make it very watered down. And mix it with the yellow, make it lighter. Yeah, that looks good. Just spread it around. Get some yellow here. It's becoming a little bit green because it's mixing with that blue. I'm not going to worry about it because it's probably a natural occurrence. Okay. There we go. See how that orange and that yellow sort of bleed into the picture here. Make everything a light orange. Very light. Super light. Gotta get just a hint of orange and yellow in there. Very watered down. Some of this blue here. Alright, now let's smudge the back, the mess on the back. Make it less defined, make it more abstract. I guess it's already abstract. Well, it is what it is, what it is. I don't know. I'm not so sure about it. I feel like I want some of these orange areas to be more orange. All right. Let's fold it and call it a card. There's our winter scene. Well, it's one of many that I'll be doing before the year's over. All right. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.